Yeah, so he does something about that, but yeah, it was something about that flag. But of course, we're not a gossip show.
Yeah.
We are a football show. I'm just telling you guys that there is something called trending. Sometimes when someone, a relative of yours, calls you at junior, we are trender, you should know what it means. It means at least 50 to 100,000 people are talking about you at the same time across all digital platforms in the country. On the show today, we'll talk about Orlando Pirates. Of course, you hear from the voice notes as well. 0645250513. Mandla Ncikazi Fadlu Davids against my favorite coach in Africa, Florent Ibenge, who is the coach Morocco, who was DRC, Florent Ibenge. We'll talk about that a lot on the show. We'll take a quick break here from your voice notes as well, and we'll look into the PSL awards: player of the season, coach of the season, young player of the season, Pep Randowski.
It's time to feel the quality, the control, the variety, to feel Africa. It's time to go premium free. 25 channels, everything from comedy, lifestyle, reality, sport, kids and blockbusters, with access to 200 more. Free forever. No cost, no subscription. Take the next step. Tune in and just watch. It's that easy. Start watching premium free today. Why pay? Just watch.
Bulise uGetoni Njuni uJunior Khanye masebulise ubongani Benedict Tso Mabhakaza. Ifinal namhlanje izoba interesting ngoba uzoveta inpensa leta yenzeka last season for iCase kodwa ngenxa iCase ayiwinanga kodwa ngenzeka hle Pirates win kodwa ngokubona ngokudlala kodwa ingahlula nje the way badla ngakho ngase bazohlula kodwa bazowina ngenhlanhla by some luck, by some reason yabo. Football can kill you.
So, Junior, Nkululeko Nkewu, ngifuna ukuthi kwafise inhlanhla amabhakabhaka izakhipha umhlaba kamasipala azobhekisa phezulu. Hayi bafowethu bahambe nenhlanhla. Ngiyabafisela nje ukuthi babuye nayo le cup bazoyibeka la. Isandawana leli likhulumayo. Bafowethu angeke ngisho amaningi ngifuna ngikula kuthiwa amabhakabhaka.
Idiski TV Nkululeko my brother Khumman Junior Khanye nomtsobitso tracks Khumman mina kale Friday ndihamba nebhakaniya ndithi libhaka Juju lizawina namhlanje. Mandla Ncikazi yakhusha wangabheki kakuhle but ke individual amadidi like azazenzela la win ngokwawo like so ndithi afumabhakaniya seyiphakamisa namhlanje.
Massive 11 weekdays 6 to 7 p.m. and on Saturday 9 to 10 a.m.
Alright, 0645250513. So far so good from the voice notes. Everyone is saying Orlando Pirates will win. Of course, Tina, our responsibility is always to analyze the game as we see it in the limits of the 90 minutes. The nominees for the Premier Soccer League awards were announced yesterday. Nothing much really surprising. Mamelodi Sundowns dominating because they've won 2 trophies already. They've won the MTN 8 and the DSTV Premiership rather. They will or will not win the Nedbank Cup depending on whether or not they defeat Royal AM in the final. So it's fair to see a lot of their players dominating in there. Player of the season nominees are Andile Jali, Peter Shalulile and Victor Litswalo. You guys were with us throughout this period when we were discussing, and you know how these guys feel, and they've chosen their winners even from that point. Young player of the season is very interesting because it includes a 21-year-old Kwame Pepper who is nominated. Atekosim Mgaba, I think is 19 or 20, he's a centre-back, yes, Stellenbosch, and Luke Fleurs, who is 2021, who is a centre-back, yes, Supersport United as well. The biggest one, of course, that's always been contentious in the last 12 months, given that the mistake that was made last season, I will call it a mistake, coach of the season. So the nominees are Eric Tinkler, John Maduka, and the 2 coaches with Sundowns, who are Urulane Mokoena, Nomanqoba Mngqeti. Last year, the guy that was number 2 somehow found a way to win the coach of the season. Will that happen again this year? It's the same people that are voting. It remains to be seen. Gents, let's go into coach of the season. I don't think we've discussed that. I asked you guys a lot about players of the season. Junior Khanye chose his player of the season as Andile Jali. So chose Peter Shalulile. I chose Andile Jali as well. So we spoke a lot about that. Coaches of the season, what's your thoughts on that?
Nkululeko, before ngizoyibeka straight ngicela ukuthi sikhone ukuhlukanisa la ukuthi when we saying coach of the season, it means we're looking at ukuthi in that season achieve it.
Yeah, it's only about the league. I need to be specific. It's by igama layo DStv Premiership coach of the season. Yes. So what did you achieve in the league?
Yes. So that's why ngiyalapho so that people, they need to be clear ukuthi why are we whatever ngizoyisho, why ngokusho lokho, uyabona, because I believe mina ukuthi if you're gonna say you are coach of the season, you've won the league. Simple and done. But now if you're gonna say you are coach of the league but you number 2, then I ask myself ukuthi if we saying DStv coach of the season, then when we put number 2, number 1, okay, what are we in for in this league?
Yeah.
What are we in for if Mangabe the number 2 will be celebrated, the number 1 no one celebrating number 1? For me now, Nkululeko, it's a simple thing. It doesn't need to debate and a coach who won the league, he's the one who needs to take the
Yeah, unfortunately for Steve Compella not been nominated.
Yeah, assistant coach.
I understand, but it's unfair. Yes, I understand the way they announce him assistant. But these two coaches, they deserve it. Right, so they won the league in all departments, in all amalo my challenges abahlangabezane nabo. They managed to go out and away home. Very professional team.
Yeah.
They won this league before even the league game officially. Like lama game waksasa. So well deserved. Yes, lama nominees it's true. PSL, I think Uchan Matuk has done well in terms of improver. Eric Tinker for challenging as well you can give, but he's straightforward. You cannot give them a coach of the season. Ukba nominator, you can't blame PSL.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you need 3 nominees.
Yes, but truly speaking, well deserved for Rulani Mkwena. No Mangoba Mnate.
Yeah, what did it mean last year that Upeni McCarthy was given? I mean, we spoke about it on the newspaper, we spoke about it all the time. But my colleagues, like last year, it's still puzzling me because Upeni McCarthy, because I wrote something long last year. Long, and people shared it on digital media. And I was very angry. I said, what you are doing now, and it happened this season. Into enyenzayo ngokunika uBenny McCarthy coach of the season number 2. Nithi nina for the first time in history yamaZulu win the CAF Champions League is going to qualify for a CAF Champions League is number 2. I said to them, that means any other coach that takes team yakhe with CAF Champions League for the first time, Eric Tinker is going to do that. If Axiena Umaduka is going to do that. So now you're going to have to give it to them too. And I said that last year, and the situation has repeated itself again. So Bazotini manager this year, when they don't give it to number 2, how would they justify it?
We don't look at the future. We only look at now. I want to achieve that now. But looking forward in the future is affect kangakanani
Yep.
because really it's kumanje ngizokutshela ukuthi iaffectile ilikithu because if Eric number 2 or John Madugu number 2 doesn't get that, then it's going to be questions.
Yeah,
because it's the same achievement Kapeni Junior.
Yes.
It's the same achievement Kapeni.
True, but the PSL is wrong. If you can be honest, the entire is wrong kakhulu. Even media will write Nkululeko.
Yeah, it's actually, so just to break it down, usually they will have 2 people about former players. Most of the time I'm an analyst ka Super Sport, right? So sometimes, most of the time it was Chris Bongo or Farouk Khan, and then they will have someone else, I'm a presenter, Abo Carol, and then they will have someone from the newspaper. So I'm a members of the media who vote for that. Bayahlangana in this circle, and then they argue and argue, and then someone one also by judge. Usually Farouk Khan or Mark Gleason will be the convener at okay guys, we need to make a decision, let's vote. But
right, you were asking very good question, but look at where's Penny, what has he done this year? Because if it was reality for real, by now he was not going to be sacked, even before his season iphela. So if we're fair enough right this year, mele baqhubeke kule nto abayenze last year.
Yeah.
Ngoba between Eric uJohn bazoya la.
Yeah, if they're following the same logic, yeah, last year.
So kula sibona khona ukuthi kune friendship la kula ma results abawathathile. There was a friendship. Bebampush uPenny. We don't know who was trying to push Penny. But the wrong lento bebayenza.
Yeah. Maybe very quickly in terms of the awards as well. The 1 year, I think it's funny though. The 1 year young player of the season. Kwame Pepra, Atekosim Mgcaba, or Luke Fleurs. What do you guys think about that one? It's funny because Kwame Pepra is 21 years old according to his documents, but a lot of people are laughing at that because they don't believe it.
No, Mina, I will take it. I go to Zile, we have my document, what I'm doing. Let's take that. But now, when you look at a young player, we need to look at again, okay, what was the contribution to the team?
Yeah.
Remember, don't add a number in the team. You must add a value in the team. I think these two boys, Cape Town, Stellenbosch, and Lower Supersport, especially Lower Supersport, I think it did very well. For Mila, I think, yes, you know, they're so close, both of them. For me, Pepper is out. I don't count him because you can't be a top goal scorer. I mean, a striker in the team. And then when you look at Namakemo Dalile, Sizobala 7 goals, we will see in the season. So for me, that's why I'm cut out. Then we look at these two players.
Both of them are centre backs.
Two centre backs. It's not easy, Nkululeko number 1, to play as a centre back when you're a young boy. Because when you play in that position of a centre back, you need experience and must have guts to say, look, I'm going to do this. I'm going to act in this situation.
By the way, Kwame Pepra has played 22 league matches this season. He scored only 5 goals in 22 league matches. I'm trying to find out the stats for these younger boys because, of course, they are defenders, so they will not have a lot of goals in their repertoire. But Atekosim Mgcaba has been called up to the Bafana Bafana team. He's broken through this season. With Kalale Stellenbosch as well. He played a lot of matches. Luke Fleurs, he played a lot of matches as a SuperSport was using younger players. Let me ask you something different, Junior. I think this is very interesting. When you broke through with PSL, you were breaking through with other players. When I saw Tso for the first time, he was breaking through with a lot of other young players. Young players, PSL, they were saying, look at me. Mina Utsong Mazi, the first young born playing for under 20 with the tinted hair. The first time in Mbona, I knew, this guy's Vilakazi is scoring. Now you're man of the matches in a row. The first time in Mbona, now with tinted hair, I was, yeah, this guy is Junior Khanye. Okay. So you got to know these younger players as a fan. You got excited. I think this season, actually to pray, I think last season was a young player, a star. Nabo Tebucho Mukwena, Nabo Sipombule. They were shining. You could see, okay, this is a young player.
Was.
This season, I don't know if there's a young player who shined. Even though there's 3 nominees here, I don't know if there's a young player who shined. Under 23 player.
Yeah, these players, they come from development structure. Fleas, Nalo, Stellenbosch. Truly speaking, Abafana Badlalile, but they never raised their hand. They can be nominated. Never. Other one is a foreigner, international player. Come na my expectations up higher. Let's take him out. Gule 2. West Yena is an international foreigner player. He came, he's going to be charged not by creating, by scoring goals. Says about knowledge, not as young as him, the way show and at least by something. We got a share to figure 21. I remember Mangchimana was down so knowledge.
Yeah.
We got 2021.
Which it qualifies for young players.
Yes, he qualified and he was figure was shine. Sometimes didn't sign him Benchimana and Uskara. I remember the 2 South African then Kaizer Chiefs they want opportunity to sign him. I don't know who recommended him or China. Same week, first season. International foreign player. Pepra You can tell ngwenye kusi-HI, but obvious uqinisile, we need to asihlonipheni the rules ukuthi umfana uyilethile paperwork yakhe what naye. We need to believe that, but 5 goals in 22 games.
Yeah.
As a foreign international player. Bese ubheka nama principles game, ucheck ukuthi what impact is he bringing in the team. Because yes, ama goals siyabala, but the impact ulethe team. The guy is doing nothing. We need to be honest, straightforward. He's playing because somebody is pushing him. There's no impact that he's bringing at all on the Pirates. We need to be honest. He doesn't score worse. Because Gunama player that they playing middle field, front, right or left, they are on top of him. If TV promotion, truly speaking, you understand the forward, right, left, not more central like him. So you can tell what he has failed. So
just back on that. Just back on the young players. Why is it that there's no shining players? I don't want to be unfair. That's why I mentioned it's not like it's been a long time without young players that shine.
And why going to centre backs, which way one you understand you could compete, but 2 centre back. But now, if it's not never so to one,
I can't think of anyone.
As when effect, if we say, no one, as when never. Good into analyze even now, which is bona labafana bomashiyan nkosi unjabule second isikhathi.
Some of them are already 24 now.
So they don't qualify anymore. Both of them 23 24. So youngster, we need to be honest. If siyababaleka nabo, I don't nabazanga raise truly speaking right kulego. You couldn't identify what the mfana is doing well. We as buza bona batswa na master rewind samuk rewind that cassette. Ukuthi how they did nabo. Abadlalile, yes, we saw them regularly, badlala regular, but what is it? Identity, yini bongaba lo, you understand? Njengalo mfana solo says did very well. Njengoba kuKaizer Chiefs. You can tell udlalile.
Unqobo.
Last year.
Make
no mistake.
He was a defender of the season.
We understand. We understand.
Yes, this is what we're looking for.
This is what, but now these ones, they didn't do.
Let's talk about that then. So, what is the problem? Why is it that I could see Tso no Khanye no Gifleremi no Lebogang Mokone the first time I'm born we has this one is going to be a star. The same with the Chiefs young players, Chabopule, Junior Khanye, all of the young players. Even Uskapi Malats didn't last long, but the 5, 10, 20 matches you saw him, you're like, but so what's wrong now? Like, what's the problem?
Nkululeko, you know what I've learned in football is there's development coaches, there's coaches. And let's allow the development coaches to do their job. And they're doing their job very well. That's why as we came in, Nabo Makanya, Nabo Juna, Nabo Shavula, Savela, Sakoruvela, because of at that time we had development coaches that they were doing their job in development. Farouk Palashos, Abo Sembata, Sundowns. Those are development coaches. They know how to develop a player so that when the player gets in Lapayana, he can raise his hand to say, hey, Sengfigil. But now, that's where we lost it. Because everyone says development. But one, I'm crying, development. We say development. Are we empowering these coaches with development so that when they develop the player can come in with PSL, We're not. That's why right now, just imagine the whole PSL, we're counting 3 players.
Yeah, it's very. I mean, we were gonna nominate 3 players anyways, but even Nalaba were nominate you. They didn't really. They shined because there's no one else. Not to go to shiny Lebon. Like it's like you have to choose those 3.
But the main factor to choose these 3. It tells you there's a problem somewhere. Because akufanelanga nizakhethwe kufanele uziveze wena kule uyaziveza wena with your performance ukuthi ubani wena wenza kanjani. But now right now we have to think much. Now we need to go to our stats. Okay, these 2 they've played how many games? Ubani performance yakhe benjani? He was covering good areas. He was winning the balls. He was a good reader of the game. He was, covering his.
But what is the source of the problem? So you're mentioning with development coaches, people that were specializing in developing young kids.
Yes.
What is the problem? Like what happened to them? Are they no longer employing them? What's wrong?
No. We're not helping the coaches, the young coaches that needs to develop players. Kulego, I'm a young coach. if I'm working with academy, obviously my vision is to see this boy maybe after 5 years or maybe after 10 years I go PSL. But when I'm doing that, I'm doing it out of love.
You don't have a support structure.
I don't have a support structure that to say, look, here's the guideline. So, because in the next 5 years, the football will be in this level now. So this is what we need to do.
Yeah.
So that
I need to ask you something very interesting, Junior. As we are talking about this topic, I'm thinking now, Oguti, has the PSL gone to a level where no one is willing to take any risks with getting to an?
Yeah.
If we can analyze, maybe we are talking Oguti, no one shined, ne? Yeah. But if we can maybe analyze it, Oguti, how many players under the age of 23 started this season? How many matches this season? Yeah, but is it that level? Yoguti everyone is trying to save his status PSL that they don't take risk with a 17-year-old, 18-year-old.
Yeah, if football is taking another direction all over the country, we lose identity to these teams, two big teams, Chiefs and Pirates. Because if those teams in Alunga, amanye teams, Nkululeko Sundowns, yes, we see now they dominating. Isahleli style sayo. Do now bana offering bangamelang. But truly speaking, football is taking another direction. Gule givaru ukuthi manje bantu bafuna ama ready made. Is a chairman ufuna ready made whatever. If you bring whether a coach, you need a profile. The coach must have a profile. A coach mayingafika ifuna ama ready made players. So ufuna ama players wenza lento ayifuna manje. Manga check uStuart bekadlala ngabantu abangakanani age badala labantu bonke. You check isquad separate now. You check ukuthi age ngakanani. Most of them they are old. Since Peter has left, Sabo Madisha nyababona Bukeletso, they let those players go. Promise him Kumo no longer singing. So lebo bantu we face a South African footballer team, they do the same.
Yeah.
Mina nenye Nkululeko.
Oh yeah, because I'm so sorry to cut you. Team Gatso, Orlando Pirates, they used to be specialists.
Yes.
Ngama teenagers,
Yes.
18, 19, 21-year-olds.
Truly speaking. So mina nenye intile ndama development amaningi South Africa whereby there's MTC, APC Municipal League, South Africa Champions, GIM, SAP. Mina le nto ngayiquestion Nkululeko, I don't mind. But now ihanga yaphela. I mean you have a player I4 sign up Paris first team, Motsane and whoever. They sign for first team, they play for MTC. What about these kids that they're there?
Yeah.
For Bafadela Lezantwana La Pesnani. So if you don't make it there,
yeah, there's a Umunyane who is a right back. He was signed by Paris Wadlala 1 or 2 matches, then he went down.
Yeah.
Nalendwano Atinko Sinayo, if I'm not he's number 8. Wadlala go Pirates.
Left.
Yes, a left-footed player.
Yeah,
he's loaned on Azola. Yes, Azola Chobeni, thank you. Yeah,
so Nkululeko, kada siqale so mina ngizokwenzela ukuthi why problem ini. School soccer bayicancela le way at the LHU it was very easy ngalento ama tournament passion ezutho washo lento anokudlalela ama medal trophy win each is ikolo bekana mali italente bolibona lapho check the age is coachable makakwazi ukuthi afunde isikolo obviously is going to be taught by the teacher ucoachable lo muntu umthola esikolweni kwe-check rent Pirates beyiba nama scouts proper assessment beyenzwa kuchize to mahlubi Pirates I don't know but uPalashos bekathola i-diamond through somebody. But which is I know there was Mahlubi, in Dave Tony's friend, the rest Mahlubi. We know he's bringing whoever. Check that person uthi uzofollow icathulo ngabani. You understand? Akuna different dilator kunomunye that much. Ifuna nje ukupolisha. So Nkululeko, I think the way school soccer limanzile is South African football. Secondly, mina ngizokutshela ama development maningi, but people are developing to make money. Umfana uya developer lapha yana, coach is a agent. So irrespective with your promoter what, even if he goes somewhere we has noma bangamxosha coach usazohola ngalo mfana. I mean you've got now ngenza example umzekelo simple you've got Sikhukhune now sile ku bottom lele phansi ngenza nje umzekelo Sikhukhune sidluwa week in and week out Sikhukhune there's no changes kunomfana wethu odlala lapha we need to machinini uthokozana.
Yeah, we disc challenge.
Yeah, disc TV, yeah, disc challenge up.
Yeah.
The team whether lose or whatever uyaqala le team boma take 8 games in a row. Whether they lose or whatever. So it tells you interest kuti kuphi. It to the coach. They must make changes. We need to be honest and straightforward. They lose the one with whatever. Yeah. So South African football, it's about money now. Who you know, agents as well.
All right, engaging conversation. We hope you're enjoying it. MassiveMetro.com. Massive 11 is who we are. We are Itiski TV on Massive Metro. 064-525-0513. We now go to the business end of the show. Orlando Pirates versus RS Berkane. We'll listen to your voice notes, take a few breather. We'll come back and talk about the CAF Confederations Cup.
Yo, this is Mr. Osos.
Hey, what's up? This is the Godfathers of Deep House.
Yo, you chilling with PH?
What up, everybody? This is simply Khanye.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Nadia Nakai, aka Braga.
Yo, this is your boy Banks and Terrace. You're listening to Massive Metro.
Nkululeko Nkewu, my brother. Tajuna Khanye, Getro Ninja. Getro Bukoskora Pagania. Tso Vilakazi. Sibonga ithuba ku Massive Metro, sibonga isithuba ku Disk TV. Now bathi Djokovic was Alexander. Paris is definitely gonna win this game, but with a small deficit score. Maybe it's gonna be 1-0 or a game winning on a penalty. Simple as that. It's finals are very scraping, very tactical. So we mustn't expect something wow. As you saw last time, Madlali final, it wasn't something wow. Just grinding results is what is important today. And then I hope now. Namache Spain so probably look at Juna Khanye bakabona ukuthi yapenelwa ku last post match interview in
This Kids TV Massive Metro family. I hope ni grand bafethu. Pirates going into the final. It's a good statement for South African football in that I think in the past 10 years we've been to 5 finals as a club football, and in all 5 it's been local coaches who took us there. So it's a good advert for South African football, a good advert for South African coaches. It's time ukuthi uMandla vala abantu umlomo. Thatha lento. Senze umlando namuhla. Phakaniya. Jabula Vilakazi, kanti wenze njani?
I good luck to Orlando Pirates. Iqule kahle. Wavela izowina. Ibhabi nje abalandeli beChiefs. Bamincile kodwa phela bamenca sobasoli nathi last year samenca badliwa kamnandi futhi. Good luck to Orlando Pirates. uJunior Khanye hayi senjeni.
Nkululeko Junior Khanye Vilakazi ayibafethu ayipherede namhlanje izozivikela nje izowina kuphela. No stress. I'm positive and angiwari ngiyazi ukuthi sizowina. 2-1.
Hi, this is Dr. Muruti, the super producer from Pretoria.
You're listening to Massive Metro.
All right, welcome back to Massive 11 and Massive Metro. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for those voice notes. Thank you for the support as well. Right, at some point, whenever we do this show, we have at least 1,000 to 5,000 people listening at the same time across all platforms, whether it's the YouTube, plus you add the numbers from Facebook, plus you add the numbers on Massive Metro listening to MassiveMetro.com. We really appreciate your input on the show. Of course, now then is the business end. We hope you enjoy that part about young players of the season. And I want you to remember as well that when we have these conversations, we are not bashing anyone. It is out of love, out of concern for it this year. Because you could look at PSL Awards, ubheka nominees. Okay, I'm a nominees, and that's it. But we have the responsibility, Tina, the three of us, and Makanya and Machaka, we have a responsibility to look at it beyond that. Okay, we see these nominees, but really, can you remember anything that they did this season? Like something that they shined with this season. So that's the context of these conversations. Interestingly, Uflawa Ibenge, who's the coach of RS Berkane, is on his 3rd Cup final. This coach is very interesting because he was coaching DRC in the AS Vita club at the same time. AS Vita is usually number 2 at DRC. Whenever Mazembe is not number 1, then AS Vita becomes number 1. In 2014, Ushaiwe we CAF Champions League final. Uflora Ibenge. At that time, Bega coach DRC at the same time as a coach AS Vita. Washaya on 2014 final. In 2018, Bamshaya we CAF Confederations Cup final. ne-AS Vita. That's when then after that he decided they fired him, and then he left and joined the RS Berkane. So this is his third final in the last 5 years with African football. CAF A1 and then ASB CAF Confederations Cup. Finals amatatu. Of course, obviously, and you guys know this as well, I cannot say anything about Umanda Nkululeko Nkewu Davids about their history in the final, because this is the first time that they are coaching Orlando Pirates or coaching a big team for that matter. So Vilakazi, Junior, Khanye, how you guys are feeling about the final? Let me start with you, Junior. How are you feeling about this final? Because they keep on asking us, we are always on radio, people call us, newspapers. It's very difficult to put a case across and be confident it's coming home. But uzizwa njani when the final, Junior?
Yeah, first of all, let me compliment Orlando Pirates to go to Orlando Pirates.
Yes, sir.
But the situation in Pirates, the final, they can achieve the Champions League last
Absolutely.
year. To be there, massive and facts, man. Segele, favor, whatever. The question is, nama fans, mga nevar, team ifika njanda. But because of in life, you need luck. I believe in another team they battling now. Al-Ahly, Tripoli. Second leg, it was something else. They were lucky. Paris not that team. With penalty probably. Ngoba team told penalty reverse EVR. So that team should have won even in the game. Now okay, amanye they were weak. That's why ngithi sometimes you need luck in the game. Uthole wepa group bakulahlela kwabanye abantu. Yabo Leopards laba seSwazini, those are not strong team. Ngidlalile eSwazini, I know. So watching that team mina last week le in Berkane 3 minutes scoring 3 goals against TP Mazembe. Structure sale team very tactical. You can tell with the coach. So, truly speaking, I was not aware what is him.
Yeah.
But now we are reminded that the way the team is playing, I'm not surprised. Because structure, that team, when they attack, you can tell. Yeah, I'm fit in all angles. Yes, they go wide. By exposure, but in most of my wing, and even at the back, you can hardly break them. In the middle, very balanced. Because in the ngabo, aksabantu and Nkululeko that are comfortable in terms of sharing the ball, securely, but move people in dangerous areas. They will punish you. Finish. So Paris doing as your mini chinchi team going to the Paris go final right. I don't think they know who they will start. Good involvement behind. I know in Jobo final. Paris. The way team, if you can be honest. 11 by now.
Don't go to the result yet, no?
No. I will never do it.
Yeah.
Going to the game later.
Yeah.
If I have to observe and balance it the game.
For sure.
Pirates are 11 and I'm sure now this thing who's gonna start.
Peprandowski.
Yeah, Peprandowski as ngisho what is he giving the team? So
just besides that question.
Yeah.
Can you agree with me? Go to Peprandowski.
Okay, truly speaking, it's gonna start.
Yeah. So can you agree with me? Go to Peprandowski.
It's gonna start.
Yeah, well, like whether we like it or not.
Yeah, say 5 minutes or rang.
Yeah, well, so can you agree with the Peprandowski?
I agree with you. Whether
yeah, but the Pirates Nkululeko, truly speaking, compliment to them.
Okay, all right. We'll talk about the result a little bit later on as we listen to some of the voice notes as well. So your feeling as well. Just summarize how did we get here as the Orlando Pirates? And are you confident? I mean, I was speaking to Luckily Khwati. The videos are out now. Khanye as well, as we were at the launch. Kaposha Modise. The videos are out, and Luckily Khwati was saying, we hope that the nation supports Orlando Pirates. We hope that Orlando Pirates has studied Iberkane because idlalile on TV live. Study them. We hope that you make it difficult for them. But most of the time, as I was listening to the guys, even Khanye and I, it's more that they hope Orlando Pirates can do well. They are not confident that tactically they can outsmart Iberkane.
I wish them all the best. Looking at Nkululeko, it's something else engathi umuntu ulalele waphupha wavuka wayibona engathi into yazi Nkululeko, when you go to go final siyakubona ngokudlala kwakho ukuthi abali laba baya efinal lemba You could see the way by winning a corner. You could see planning here when they play away. Could they had a good plan? This is what they're gonna do after they scored to 1 or 2. This is how they're gonna shape. These guys are going to the final. Yeah, so, Pirates. I think a lot of people maybe they thought would come in a cool can. When the Pirates might win 2-0, these guys are there for the taking. Pirates are shy cool so that when they come home, you don't know if football is a particular. I have been in the game. I remember what I'm talking about is not something good thing. Tatama chance. It happens. We played against the TP Mazembe DRC Champions League. Sabadla 1-0 Ekaya. Bafika laba shot 3-1 like at Timsa Stadium. So I know what I'm talking about when I'm saying when they're there for the taking, hit them because you don't know what figure what's going to happen, and it nearly happened. They got a penalty or revert no. That's going to be 1-0. They scored a goal. That's going to be 2. It came using a penalty. But you know, Babe, no lucky layer. Uguti, they've lost 1-0, but they still go through to the final. And I've watched that team. Why I was laughing? Nkululeko Nkewu Uguti, Ulaki Uti by study le team le.
Yeah, he was trying to encourage Uguti. Please study them. Look at how they play. Don't just go in there without studying them.
So now, Milaga talking about the week in week out the Pirates. For me, they don't study. They don't study my opponent because if they do study my opponent, you could see the game approach the second leg. They studied these people. We saw them last game. They were shaking. You know, let's put pressure now. And then we're gonna get one. Then we'll say relax. So it tells you when you study my opponents, you pinpoint lapa they are weak and the lana they're very strong. As in, let's be careful but there we go 100% lapana because that's where we can get something out of nothing. So going to the final, Nkululeko, that's why I said I wish them all the best.
All right, I'll get your predictions in a moment. Let's listen to some of the voice notes. 0645250513. It's 14 minutes before top of the hour. At 6 p.m. Of course, we're out of the radio. At 9, we'll be watching Orlando Pirates RS Khanye.
Hello, my name is Sheikh Mashaba. You are listening to the Massive 11, the mecca of football lovers.
In favor since 1991 or 1992 somewhere there, and in a very rich history you disappoint ama supporters. So mina vele I ngilindele noma ngabe yini.
Good afternoon, Tso, Junior and Nkululeko. I just hope you lads are doing all right and you guys had a good day today. In regards to Pirates today in the Confed final, to be honest, I'm a Pirates supporter, but I'm not really happy. I'm not confident going into this game. If you watch the second leg, you would understand why. I feel like that performance was just poor. We're just below standards. We were lucky. We were absolutely lucky not to get knocked out. But going into this final, I'm still not happy as well. I think it's a hope and pray situation. I feel like the coaches don't know what they're doing, to be honest. You know, it's more of a we'll try our luck, because decision making in terms of the lineup, in terms of the overall structure of our game plan is just not on par. I don't understand how Pepra plays ahead of. I don't understand how Gabadino Mango is on the bench and Pepra's starting. You know, such decisions I really question. But obviously, you need to support your team, sir.
Bulise man, bulise brachunia Khanye man, bulise na kuwe u Nkululeko na ku Tso Vilakazi. Ngelihle igama lenkosi yethu, amen. Sithandaza uThixo ophilayo ke thina. Sasiyithandazile nalesingabalandeli bePirates ukuthi masiyodlala ifinal. Ngoku bese sicela nje uNkulunkulu asincede. Noma sizawina pha. Aba bantu abakonzima kakhulu aba. Xa i-1 into endiyithandazelayo zeza surprises sisize sehlela whole season. Kuthi gqi abadlali abangafuni ukudlala uMabaso, uDlamini, onsuka manje, yuhaya. Aba bantu aba anibadingi namhlanje mina. andibadingi tu nami le ndifuna umbona mna at least ujele akanalike towards i-trophy but ke makadlale ke ujele omnye umntu endifuna adlale mna kumakari ingasaqala imatch so that sizoba ne-midfield ezintathu at least noko because istriker umango yile nto isaxoxisa into yakhe asiyazi bethini so Petra makame phaa akwenza kwemshildo wakhe ngathi inkomo ebethu e-DP ngathi inkomo engafuni ungena e-DP-ni.
Yeah, good evening, Nkululeko, my brother. By looking at the hanger at the Orlando Pirates cap, I think the boys are ready to bring it home, and we are rallying behind them. This is Ali from Atteridgeville. Thanks, Nkululeko, my brother. No junior lab.
Hello guys, I just want to say good luck to all on the Pirates. All the best. I hope boys will come with that cup at home.
Ngibulise wena Tso Vilakazi. Ngibulise nawe Nkululeko my brother no Junior Khanye. Uyangididisa Nkululeko ngoba ngazi ukuthi mina i-Sundowns izodlala ifinal eNedbank neMarumo Galani. Uyangididisa mawuthi izodlala ne-Royal.
Nkululeko my brother, kuna Pirates league wina ku vandag. Barini RSB what hier icova cup da.
This is Uncle Fingers. Yo, what's up? This is Tso of the Rhythm Sessions.
Mako Beats, lo. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Thabo Mkhalwela.
Shut up, Johnny. It's your boy Kidex Fanaga Auntie, and you listen to MassivMetro.
Hey, yo, what's up? This is your girl Ulungi Waganaidu, and you're
listening to MassivMetro.
There you go. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for the voice notes. We really appreciate them. I cannot stress that anymore. Thank you for the correction as well. I remember that Royal AM and Sundowns played in the semi-final. It was a slip of the tongue. Sundowns are playing Marumo Gallants in the final of the Nedbank Cup. There you go. Thank you so much for that correction. I'm happy that I'm starting to see a lot of people being sensible in their analysis. Ukusebenzisa nje umqondo wokuthi ngingathanda ngenhliziyo ukuthi liphumelele libhakaniya kodwa ke nginenkinga ekanjena kanje. Some people are talking mango over pepper and so on and so forth. I'm just happy that at least we are not the same people. We're not the only ones in the country that are highlighting some of the tactical problems that Pirates may face. Maskabele Spalin Mr. Tso now Mr. Junior Sayivale Nkobo ngoku in 8 minutes time. Orlando Pirates versus RS Berkane. Let me start with the lineup for the two of you. Ideally, Junior, who would you put in the lineup if you were to put the Orlando Pirates in a good position to win? Ungaqala ngabani to make sure that Pirates is in a good position to win?
Yeah, Epalino Via so far has been playing confident. Yake high right back for me. Yenu Abel Mabaso bengizomdlalisa mina. Left back Ishimako Agabi Grand man.
Yeah, I think Mayela has been doing well.
Ngisho kanjalo noma ngabe mina noma ngabe beka khona benyombe ngaphandle but Marco unfortunate. Yes, Mayela are playing him but tell him not to go. Pirates tactically must be disciplined. And then two center back ebichele nonda for me. And then la defensive midfield benyofaka uThabang Monare. Ngifaka umntambo mose la phambi kwakhe ka right midfield.
So you wouldn't play double number 6? I'm a defensive midfielder, I too.
No, I can't. If I know anything can happen. Labantu laba into kumele bayenze. I will tell one to join. One must be sort of a flat midfield alinge. Cause the midfield defensive I believe kuza sifike center. Defensive midfield iye kumele linge ne defense. So mina ngodlalisa la ukuthi uzungu I don't understand what's going on. Mzwidi usasena ama problem mfana.
Yeah, no, uzungu there's no chance.
Angithi uyangibuza ngeline cash up. But
Pirates ngaye Christmas not he hasn't played in so long.
Yeah, Pirates nama surprise na kuyafaka usem. So la
okay, so let's just revert back. Your two midfielders Umtambo in front of Monare.
No, Umnare defensive.
Yes,
Umtambo
right, in front of him.
Ga right midfield. La phambi kwakhe next to him.
Is it
front by two ngisho ukuthi defensive diamond.
That's number 8.
Number 8.
Okay, number 8.
Thank you.
Right.
And then number 10 for me Mina bengizodlalisa lo mfana lo ulo.
Dlamini?
Ukabelo, no, not Ukabelo, because now we need tactically. Ukabelo sharp mina for me. Bengamenza up front lapha ka left noma ngenza example uthi mhlamba relax for me. What I'm not impressed into bekazenza. Ukabelo I know technically is going to give yes experience will go forward I know. But for me bengizomresta between him and Olto lapha phambili benyocala ngokabelo. Marla
so left yakho Kabelo, we need to be decisive now. Left yakho Kabelo.
Nkululeko ngisacela uqeda lela la ka right uma ulomfana umntambo. La ka left phakathi middle for me bengizoya for lo mfana lo ulo I think it Ukabelo ba right la phakathi ba right in front of Mnari then ka left bayise no it's fine yeah I right kanjalo ngapha ka right obvious uShandu bayisayene Pirates itsawo ngeke change but obvious nambe ngizoyisayena because uyojwayela
ukulaunch there
bengizoyisayena false you launch game yabo and then on the bench umanga ngoba umanga ngifuna bene pressure kule game first up game bengizocala ngayo
so number 9 wakho ngibani
benyozala ngefalse yena uLodge I think central ngeke ngambona he's been scoring goals uke wadlala lapha umfana sacala ukora bengamdlalisa mo central okanye ngisuLodge ka right ngise nomango la but umanga ngifuna be under pressure indaba yabona ngale game especially ngefinal
all right so your starting lineup
ofore ukile lapha na so far and then ka right ngifaka yena uLuntuzana uMabasa lapha yana
no Ndlovu no Yoste no Ndlovu
no you know so I saw these guys so that's how I'll go he's got a beautiful height uMabasa yabo they've got guys that are tall phambili yabo so you need
advantage number 2
ulo Mabasa la phakathi ngifaka uNdanga ngifaka uChele then ngale ngifaka uMayela
okay so it's the same 5 players with Junior
yeah even nala emidleleni algo ngomunare algo ngolontuzana la ngomntambo
ufike une injury actually
he's not gonna play
yeah I think the last time edlala bekafaka ama injection
yakhumbula ya
didn't play wabane injury
okay if
zobaningi
yeah
okay let me ask you this way so
yeah
which player do you strongly believe ukuthi kumele adlale or abangamdlali
okay
let's put it that way
then in that midfield I'll play uLuntuzana njoba okay ulimele umntambo out then I'll play uLodge in that middle right I'll play uZungu in that middle left
he's not gonna play
uZungu okay it's out I'll play uDlamini then I'll play uOtto I'll play uShandu ngifaka uMango lapha
so the two of you are putting uShandu as a right wing instead of a right wing back
no because you know why I don't want to play him lapha Baba confused when they need to cover him and they are getting exposed in that position when they need to defend so I just make it simple even simple for everyone this is a basic it's so simple Shandu on the right then I go with Mango I go with Otto and I'll be very strict to Gubo especially Shandu no Otto I don't want to see you coming back
serious can they play
don't come back your job is to create and score don't come back that's why Umabaso is not going to go up he's a typical defender
a right back
yes Umayela is a typical left back he's not going to go up so I've got La Nominare is going to so I've got 5 that can really sit there and defend and then why I was saying Uzungu you need somebody that will play those forward passes official Pirates they don't have that player so it's only Zungu that can do that can get the ball
not, whatever happens so, I don't even think that is even training at Pirates
yeah so Uzungu makangekho lapha will play this boy uDlamini no Duzana okwabo you go there come and just here pick a space
it's interesting the two of you are picking a team that only has one number 6
yes
nobody two no number 6
it's a final team
because in the final here's what I think is going to happen and it's been happening the whole tournament the final is about Goodman Musele no Mutwari or Monara they will have on number 6 by 2 because instinct yabo instinct yabo that's what they're going to do
and I don't mind Kulego you know why ngifaka oy1 is because if I put 2 I must have the other one that is good at playing the forward passes so now at Pirates you don't have those players. If I play Munare, Naye Uno, Duzan, Upen Mutsarela, no one's going to play that forward passes.
Yeah.
So what's the point of having those two players?
All right. Gents, we have 2 minutes. What's your feeling, Junior?
Yeah.
I really like it. And now I'm not telling you.
Ngizibonile leza Nkululeko ne. Leza ngonya leza.
Yeah.
I'm fit. A well structured team, tactically can score goals. So mina kule game Pirates angiboni ikora nokora yabona. But that team will win this game, fit. Truly speaking, with the experience of the coach, leya team.
Yeah.
And players lezi ngizibone dlala ku TP Mazembe dlala away. Mazembe won 1-0 home, and then it's figure lapha nga 3 minutes 3 goals, and the way besidlala nga condition of score so many goals we need to win. And aerial they very good ngibabonile. Yeah, aerial Nkululeko futhi they can hit bakwazi ukushaya target ngenhloko. So laba bantu ba dangerous.
Score prediction?
Pirates ngadliwa 2-0 3-0 honestly.
Mr. Tso, Orlando Pirates legend, highest ever goal scorer in the history of Orlando Pirates in the Premier Soccer League. What's your feelings, sir? Banika bantu themba not.
Yeah, bathi themba libulala kodwa elabulala. No, we just need to be realistic in Nkululeko. Uchino Shilo Eli wathi the final leni fana nale yana Chiefs ne Al.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, because when you look at how these two teams they played to get to the final, it tells you Uguti, this other one he played with the best. So that's why they've got an edge against the Pirates. I mean, if you look at how they get to the final now, yes, they've won 2-0, but now they lose the Kaya one. Laba, they lose the one away. They've scored 3 Kaya. So, and if you watch that game,
final score prediction, sir.
Nkululeko.
Nika bantu themba not. Highest ever goal scorer in the history of Orlando Pirates.
I'm not gonna lie, go my supporters, the Pirates, and to South Africans. Pirates will lose.
Sure.
I agree.
No, I'm not gonna lie. You know those guys. You know when the team is good in the air, hitting target and score. Because the man scored 3 against TP Mazembe, that was all over them. But they managed to come back and score 3 goals against TP Mazembe. Because I was scared if you get the TP Mazembe and that performance there, so it the 5. But I was like, wow. Yes, it's a so Paris will lose maybe they can get a goal, but they'll lose maybe 2-1 or maybe 3-1.
It was a show. Junior Khanye predicting 2-0 or 2-1.
No, 2-0 or 3-0.
Yo.
Pirates is not going to score.
Yeah, no, so I was a good Latina. But yeah, the one thing I like about the guys is that we cannot tell you anything other than what we believe. This is what they believe based on what they saw. Sabonana ke ngomsondo zakuthi namhlanje later on. Thank you very much for listening to us.
Yasha ingoma evuthayo basha abantu abaphakathi kwavusa isigubhu kwakhala isiphithiphithi sathi